Misa Hilton, the mother of Sean Diddy Combs' son, Justin, but also a notable stylist in her own right, is slamming Homeland Security for their, quote, overzealous raid that included both her son, Justin, and Christian Combs. Welcome back to the Kempire channel, your number one source for pop culture news and music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. So, as you know, we've been following this Sean Diddy Combs situation since the news broke that the Homeland Security and Southern District of New York were investigating him. They completed home raids of both his Miami and Los Angeles homes. So, as you know, Diddy's attorney released a statement saying this. Yesterday, there was a gross overuse of military-level force as search warrants were executed at Mr. Combs' residences. There is no excuse for the excessive show of force and hostility exhibited by authorities or the way his children and employees were treated. Mr. Combs was never detained, but spoke to and cooperated with authorities. Despite media speculation, neither Mr. Combs nor any of his family members have been arrested, nor has their ability to travel been restricted in any way. This unprecedented ambush, paired with an advanced coordinated media presence, leads to a premature rush to judgment of Mr. Combs and is nothing more than a witch hunt based on meritless accusations made in a civil lawsuit. There has been no finding of criminal or civil liability with any of these allegations. Mr. Combs is innocent and will continue to fight every single day to clear his name. That was a statement from Diddy's attorney. Just for more clarification, we may recall all of this was prompted recently by Cassie and her 35-page lawsuit that had a trigger warning and was settled less than 24 hours later. Since then, multiple civil lawsuits have been brought against Sean Diddy Combs. Most recently, this lawsuit from Little Rod that has revealed a lot of different details. We will say alleged details about abuses from Sean Diddy Combs. So now, as you know, Diddy slammed the feds in regards to how they handled these raids. You guys weighed in on a couple of different videos where we talked about the raids, saying that this was light work for the feds and how raids sometimes go. I've never been through one by the grace of God, and I will never be through one. So I do want to react to Misa Hylton. And as you know, as I said to you before, Misa Hylton is a fashion stylist. She was very present during the 90s, during the era of Bad Boy. She also had a relationship with Sean Diddy Combs. They've also had a contentious relationship over the years when it comes to child support and things like that. She recently slammed him on social media because of the DUI arrest, I believe, that Justin had gone through. Basically, putting it on him. So a lot of people thought that Misa was going to come out again and slam Diddy for putting their son in this predicament. However, she has been slamming the feds, releasing unreleased footage from the home raids. So this is what she says as a caption. We cannot show you the home raids. If you want to see the additional footage, we'll only show you images. Head on over to her Instagram. If you want to see it, I don't know if you want to see anything like that. It is kind of triggering to see these young men, I'm going to say they're not babies, they're not kids, young men be thrown up against a wall and for something that their father is being investigated about. So she captions this by saying, the overzealous and overtly militarized force used against my sons, Justin and Christian, is deplorable. For those that don't know, Justin is her biological son, but I'm sure because they're brothers, she sees him as family. For those that need clarification. She said is deplorable. If these were the sons of a non-black celebrity, they would not have been handled with the same aggression. The attempt to humiliate and terrorize these innocent young black men is despicable. She says, enough is enough. Did Justin need several laser beams from firearms pointed at his chest? Did Christian need a pow, pow, pow? I'm going to change up things. Pointed at the back of his head while he was handcuffed? How many times have we seen young, unarmed black men not make it out of these types of situations alive? My son's attorney, Jeffrey Lichtman, is investigating the excessive use of force, which was unnecessary and certainly not required by this search warrant. We will fight for justice utilizing every imaginable resource. I'm not with the propaganda. So people are having mixed reactions. And look, we talked about this, and I don't know why I keep associating this Diddy situation with the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. But I do that because Jen Shah had a similar situation where the feds raided her homes, and we saw, again, young black men be handcuffed and escorted out of their homes by these big, large pow-pow-pows. So it is triggering, especially coming off especially the last few years with George Floyd and all of the other young black men unarmed that have died at the hands of the police. So please keep that in mind for those that have not experienced this, that cannot necessarily relate because you're not black or whatever it may be. So please, I'm kind of giving you context why this might be triggering, especially for a mother to see happen to her son. Because now she's sharing footage that we didn't see. All we saw was them handcuffed. So, but as I said to you before, some people are saying, yeah, that is triggering to see. I can't imagine, Team Misa. You don't have to be Team anyone in this particular situations. I am, as you know, I twerk on a fence religiously. Here's the thing. This is the other side of what people are saying in regards to this. Misa, your anger is misplaced. Your anger should be towards Diddy for putting your children in this predicament and in this situation. Here's the thing. Two things can be true. They were excessive, the feds, and Diddy should have did a better job at protecting his children and not putting them in this particular situation. And thank God we did not see the twins get caught up in situation. I don't know where they were at the time, but thankfully they were not with the other boys going through this because they are minors. As someone that has never been a federal agent, I cannot tell you what the protocol is. All right. Yes, we've seen things happen before in regards to this. And people will say, well, that is protocol. That is the way you do a raid. A couple of things. I know Misa is saying here, based off of what this search warrant was about, this level of force was not necessary. I'm not sure if Misa knows what this investigation is about. We've been told it has to do with trafficking. However, I'm not sure if she knows that. But there are a lot of things that are being investigated here. An insider to Homeland Security came out and said that they have concrete, detailed, and explicit allegations. So it might be more than just trafficking. It might be, were firearms found during this raid? It makes me wonder. So that I understand why the federal agents are going to follow whatever protocol they have put in place. And that protocol, is it something that's excessive and that needs to be reviewed? Probably. But is it protocol that they use across the board for everyone of any hue? I don't know. But when we think about some of the allegations and what we are hearing about Diddy, I'm not surprised at the level of we need to secure this area while we search what we're looking for. I get where she's coming from because when you do watch the video footage, it is sort of like, oh gosh, especially because for at least from what we're hearing, they know nothing about this situation, and the fact that they're wrapped up in this is scary. And I'm sure as a mother, that's hard for her to watch. But the other part of this where I get where people are saying is that if Diddy is the reason for this raid, and you know a lot of things because you've said a lot of things about Diddy, so you know probably more than a lot of us in regards to what he's capable of. And she's been in the industry, so I'm sure she's heard things, not only seen things. But I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised that Diddy was like, here's the footage, please put out a statement, in support of, my case or something like that. Would she do it? No. Did she need to do something like this without her own motivation of seeing her son be detained that way? Just saying. I see that Hitman Stevie J is in the comment section saying guns to the kid's head is OD. You know, he was recently hanging out with Diddy. He's also recently named in the Little Rod lawsuit as well. We've covered it all, guys. If you missed any of our coverage of this downfall of Diddy's situation, be sure to check out the channel here on YouTube, but we are also available on Facebook as well, and on Twitch and Twitter and on TikTok. More information on everything Kempire will be available in the description. Let's continue this conversation in the comment section. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. Thanks for watching.